And now sports coverage you can count on with Way 31 sports anchor Max Cohan.
Do you guys like action-packed highlights? Well, we don't have a ton of those tonight, but I promise the ones we have are worth seeing. So let's start locally. High school area championships on the line all over the place. Over at Huntsville High School, it's the Panthers and the Sparkman Senators. With zeros on the scoreboard, it's Xavier Fuel driving to the rim. His shot is no good, and the Senators heave the ball the other way. Now it's Xavier Williams just inside the arc. He stops and pops, and Sparkman strikes first. Backing up against defenders in the paint, it's Caleb Harrison with the skyhook. Nothing but net, and we're tied at 4. From there, the deep ball would come into play. Jamari Arnold drains one there, putting Huntsville ahead, but just for a few seconds until Christian Dodd hits a 3, but the deep ones kept falling. It's Luke Guyette this time, and he's not done yet. Now, with seconds left in the first quarter, it's Trevon Ragland. He says, triple coverage can't stop me, and that's this one, and Sparkman takes an 11-10 lead into the second. That's where the Panthers would go on a run. With more triples falling from Guyette, they'd go on to win the 7A Area 7 championship. Speaking of winners, Lee grabbed the 5A Area 16 title with a win over Jemison this afternoon. After the game, Lee's Ryan Anderson said the only thing on the team's mind now is making it to state.
I feel good, man. We've been grinding off season, not being able to play as many games as everybody else, and just hoping for the best. Now we get here, we just got to keep moving.
Now let's move on to some of the other winners from around the region tonight. The highest scoring team in the nation, North Sand Mountain, was too much for section. James Clemens defeated Florence, and out in the Shoals, it was Sheffield over Mars Bible. Hazel Green, Deschler, all among those moving on to the sub-regional round. Now over to UAH. Both Chargers teams were victorious over Christian Brothers Saturday. The men are now on a 10-game win streak and still undefeated in conference play. The win puts the women's team on a 3-game win streak. The Crimson Tide is back on a win streak after a record-breaking win over Georgia today. Alabama scored 115 points in the win, the most ever in an SEC meeting. Herb Jones led the charge with 21 points and was one of 5 Tide players who scored at least 13. Jemison grad John Petty Jr. hit 3 from behind the arc. And it was another rough day for the Auburn Tigers. The Tigers dropped yet another game Saturday. Kentucky edged them out 82-80, and the Tigers have fallen to 11-11 on the season. J.T. Thor led the Tigers with 24 points, including 5 from deep. Alan Flanagan was right behind him with 23. And that'll do it for sports. Carson, what's going on?
Got a lot going on, Max, that's for sure. There's one last look at the round 1 impact Sunday.